Everyone watching this right now, stop scrolling for a second. If you think you can only make money in the stock market with big blue-chip companies or expensive tech stocks, think again. Today we're diving into a world where small price doesn't mean small opportunity. Imagine finding stocks under $2 with real trading activity, potential catalysts, and stories behind them. That's exactly what today's video is all about. You'll walk away with a top 10 penny stock watch list built for today's market conditions, and you'll understand exactly why these tickers matter, what's happening in the broader market, and how traders are reacting in real time. Before we get into the list, let's set the stage. The stock market right now is buzzing. Volatility is up, retail participation is strong, and traders are hunting for high-momentum opportunities. Penny stocks, by definition, are any stocks trading under $5. But today we're narrowing that to under $2. That's where speculative traders and breakout hunters spend a lot of their time. These are stocks that often have high daily volume, sometimes in the millions of shares, and that's important because volume equals liquidity, and liquidity equals opportunity. In fact, top stock screeners show lists of the most active penny stocks by volume and change every single market session because this is where explosive moves are more common. Let's take a moment to talk about how people's lives have changed because of penny stock trading. A few years ago, the narrative was that only wealthy investors could participate meaningfully in the markets. But with fractional shares, commission-free trading, and access to global markets through apps, everyday investors now trade the same stocks as institutions. I've seen stories of people turning a few $100s into thousands just by watching patterns, news catalysts, and volume spikes. Though, I also want to be clear, it's not a guaranteed road to riches. Penny stocks are risky. They're volatile, sometimes unpredictable, and you have to treat them with respect. And when we talk about trends shaping the market today, we can't ignore AI and tech sentiment. Even companies that aren't traditional AI leaders are getting pulled up because of AI applicability, whether it's through automation, data analytics, or business models that incorporate machine learning. That trend has nudged even sub-$2 stocks into new interest brackets because traders are now scanning for AI exposure or AI-enabled catalysts on even microcap names. Now to the heart of this video, the watch list of the top 10 most active penny stocks under $2 right now. These are stocks that not only trade under $2, but also show real trading traction, meaning volume that supports decent entry and exit points. Some of these names come from lists of low-priced equities analysts track for value and movement. Examples include companies like Electromeccanica Vehicles Corporation trading around 80 cents with over 1 million shares changing hands daily, Globalstar at roughly $1.40 with strong satellite communications outlooks, Vacasa under $1 with heavy rental property market exposure, Xeris Biopharma around $1.18 with pharma product growth potential, Sedera Therapeutics near 84 cents in biotech, 22nd Century Group at about $1.70 focused on biotech plant genetics, and WM Technology around $1.28 with high daily volume, among others that consistently appear in watch lists because of trading action. Moneyzine. Let's take each of those and break them down a bit. Electromeccanica has captured attention not just because it's cheap, but because it operates in the electric vehicle segment, a space that's still very trend-driven, even if this is a micro-EV play. Traders often watch for volume spikes after news or contract announcements. Globalstar's partnership potential with major tech firms like Apple and Satellite Services is something retail traders monitor closely. Massive adoption of emergency SOS features via satellite on iPhones pushed attention to this stock historically, and that kind of real-world connection keeps it on watch lists. Vacasa's model, growing in short-term rental management, draws in investors who see real revenues behind the stock but on the biotech side. Names like Xeris Biopharma and Sedera Therapeutics attract traders because biotech catalysts, FDA actions, clinical trial updates, or drug approvals can move these stocks dramatically without massive capital needed to participate. Then you have 22nd Century Group's genetic engineering niche and WM Technology's involvement in mortgage and financial marketplaces, all examples of how different sectors under $2 can draw activity and interest. Now, a quick note on earnings and quarterly updates. Penny stock traders often pay less attention to traditional earnings beats and more attention to news flow, partnerships, clinical data, or regulatory announcements. Quarterly revenue figures can swing sentiment, but with many sub-$2 stocks, it's the forward-looking narrative that matters. For instance, a company announcing a new strategic partnership or contract, and that's what traders react to. On screeners that sort by recent news and volume, you'll often see updates tied directly to share price movement, which is why daily news scanning is so critical in this space. Let's talk about the latest updates and why these stocks are trending now. Many of the names traders watch under $2 are influenced by catalysts like expansions into new markets, tech integrations, or industry tailwinds. For example, if an EV microcar company announces a dealership expansion, that can spark interest. If a biotech gets favorable clinical data, that's huge. Positive signals like analyst upgrades, insider buying, or partnership reveals often precede volume spikes. These are all reasons penny stocks can move fast. Speaking of partnerships, several penny stocks under $2 sometimes make headlines not for earnings, but for strategic collaborations or licensing deals with bigger players. These announcements don't always make Wall Street headlines, but within trader communities they can create significant buzz and volume surges. And that's exactly the type of movement active traders look for when scanning the market each morning. Now you might be wondering, why does this title matter? The title of this video is not clickbait. It's a watch list of the most active under $2 stocks right now. That means these aren't random penny stocks. These are names that move, that have real participation from traders, and that show up repeatedly on volume and movement screens every session. There's a big difference between a penny stock that exists and one that's actively traded. As we come toward the end of the video, here's my final impression. Penny stocks can be exciting, but they demand discipline. You should never trade them with money you can't afford to lose. Use limit orders, watch volume, and always be wary of scams and pump-and-dump setups. Penny stocks are notorious for volatile and sometimes manipulative swings so here it is. The watch list you came for. Electromechanica, Solo, Global Star, GS80, Vicasa, VCSA, Xeris Biopharma, ZERS, Sedera Therapeutics, CDTX, 22nd Century Group, XXI, WM Technology, MAPS, plus several other active low-price names that are showing real volume right now, like a few biotech and EV niche plays under $2 that are lighting up scanners this week. These are the ones I'm personally watching and updating my own lists on every trading day. If you want more detail on entry and exit strategies, position sizing, or a breakdown of technical levels for each of these penny stocks, drop a comment below and I'll make a follow-up video. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button if this helped you. Subscribe for more trading insights, and I'll see you in the next one.